really, there's not much difference in many of these bridge systems. The similarities are greater than the differences, whether you play standard or alcohol or 2over1. There are not a great many differences. There are some other ones like, you know, Mosquito and Precision and other strong club systems, but with the natural systems that all of us play, there's not a great deal of difference. And like I said, the similarities are greater. Now, last week we talked about when you're a responder, this is when your partner opens the bidding and you're a responder. Think of your hand as being in one of three categories: minimum, medium, and maximum. Now, for those that know me, I am colourblind. I usually like to use the traffic lights of minimum, but red, orange, and green. But I don't think medium's in orange as it's supposed to be there. So just forgive me. But so what we think of is a minimum hand, 6 to 9 or a weak 10, a medium hand, 10 or 11 or 12 points, and a maximum hand being 13 points. Now, when you play 2over1, after the major openings, a bid at the 2 level in the new suit says, I have a maximum hand, partner, and we're going to go to game, and we'll work out where in a minute. Okay, so all right, that's a bit of a discussion happening in the back, and I'm not sure who it is. That's not Heather. It's not Heather and the Workman this week. Yeah. Anyway, we've got when you play standard or alcohol or other natural systems, when partner opens one of a major, a bid of 1 no trump usually shows a hand that is a bid of convenience, saying, I don't have another option, partner. I'm bidding 1 no trump. Let's say that Peter Webb and I are playing and I open 1 spade. Peter doesn't have spade support and we're playing standard. Peter doesn't have spade support and he has 8 points, but he has to bid something. So he bids 1 no trump. It doesn't mean a balanced hand, as we know in these natural systems. It is often or usually a bid of convenience, especially over one of a major. Okay. So with 2over1, 2over1 game force is the name of the system, remember? So in 2over1, the response is made in similar circumstances and it's a similar bid, but now instead of 6 to 9 or a weak 10, it's 6 to 11 or a weak 12. So the range is extended by 2 points. That's the only difference in the 1 no trump response. Now, as we discussed last week, some people play one of a major, 1 no trump in 2over1 as a game, as a forcing bid, meaning that opener has to find a rebid. My recommendation, as other people suggest, is that if opener has 11-12 balance, that they can pass the 1 no trump bid. Not necessarily forcing no trump. Some people play it as a forcing no trump, and that's okay, whatever way you play it. Okay, so in 2over1, all the minimum hands, 6 to 9 or a weak 10, will all be bid exactly the same as standard. So you don't have to worry about thinking, what would I do in standard? What would I do in 2over1? The 6 to 9 point hands are basically bid the same. All of the maximum hands where you have 13 plus points are bid the same as standard as well. That means something different, but it's basically the same bid. Now, I don't think medium here is in orange either, but I don't know what colour it is, but it should, I'm hopeless with colour. I usually have to ask Ruth what colour things are. Anyway, the medium hands in 2over1, they're the hands that we bid differently or treated differently when you're playing 2over1 compared to standard or alcohol or other natural systems. Now, we'll just look at a few hands and hopefully you can all see these. By the way, these are the hands, same hands out of the notes that I sent. So we have hand A. Some of them have A and letters and some have numbers. That's because I started numbering them and I wanted to add these other ones first and I had to call them letters instead of numbers. Anyway, partner opens 1 heart. You have this hand and you have 9 points. It's what we call a minimum response. Partner opens 1 heart. Your bid with this hand is the same in 2over1 or in standard and be the same in alcohol too, I imagine, Sonia and Matt, that if partner opens 1 heart and you have this hand, you bid 1 no trump.
Yep.
And it shows 6.
Yep.
So it shows 6 to 9 or 6 to 10 points. The only thing is your 1 no trump, if you're playing 2over1, your 1 no trump response here would show 6 to 11 points or a poor 12, 6 to 11 or 12, but it's still essentially the same bid. So we'll look at a few others and I'll tell you ones are the same in 2over1 or in other systems. And hand B. Now this is a type of hand where we're often reluctant to bid a 1 no trump because we sometimes forget that 1 no trump is a bit of convenience and we can't stomach the thought of bidding 1 no trump with a 7-card diamond suit, but this is the way that it goes sometimes. I mean, some people play this in standard or in other systems, treat this as a weak jump bid, just because they can't face the fact that they don't want to bid 1 no trump with this type of hand. But if you're playing standard or you're playing other systems where a bid at the 2 level would show something else or stronger hand, just have to face it and bid 1 no trump with this and hope you get another chance to bid. Now, this third hand here I put in for a reason. The reason, I'll tell you a little tale. I had this hand the other night playing bridge. My partner, 1 Mary Prowse, opened 1 spade. I told Anne this story the other day. My partner, Mary, opened 1 spade. I couldn't bring myself to bid 1 no trump on this hand because I've got 6 diamonds and 5 clubs. So I thought, oh, there's no way I'm going to bid 1 no trump. I'm going to lie and I'm going to bid 2 diamonds here. Not playing 2over1, playing standard, but would still show 10 points. So I bid 2 diamonds. And well, after the smoke cleared and we were in 6 no trumps,
Oh no!
Partner made 8 tricks.
Oh.
What were you thinking? She said later when we had our debrief. And I had to explain myself, didn't I? I couldn't face the fact that I said, I've only been playing 35 years, Mary, so, you know, I'm not used to this bidding 1 no trump on this type of hand, so I didn't. I bid 2 diamonds and fell for the same trap that bridge players have been falling for many years, that I'm going to tell not just a little white lie, it's a fairly big porky, and I'll bid 2 diamonds here and see where we land. Well, we landed somewhere in the stratosphere. And it's no trump. Mary's got 21 points. And the other 2 suits, of course. So, yeah. We went, I said the good news is, Mary, we can't even make 3 no trumps. We only made 8 tricks. So, anyway, minus 12 inch we got on that hand, playing in step bridge the other night. Never mind, hey. Okay, so we all fall for it. Even your, you know, expert teacher Okay, so I don't mind if you tell that story because we all do it. And it's very hard to stomach it. And you think, wow, I don't want to bid one no trump with this, but as you know, we sort of have to. You stick with the system. Okay, and this is slightly different, this one, because this hand is a hand where if you're playing standard, you can make a 2/1 bid and show 10 points if you're playing another natural system. But playing 2/1, you can't bid 2 clubs here because you're saying to partner you've got enough for game. So what you would do on this one is bid 1 no trump. Now, this is a medium response because you have 11 points. So with the 10 to 12, or 10 or 11 or a weak 12, in playing 2/1, you bid 1 no trump first. Now we'll look at some other hands, rebids by opener in a minute, but you just see, if you're playing 1 no trump as forcing, partner, the opener, is definitely going to rebid here. If you're playing it as non-forcing, partner may pass your 1 no trump, but gee, life could be worse, I think, than playing in 1 no trump with 11 points each, or whatever your partner has. So we'll see what happens. But this hand would be different to standard. Now, the other hand I put in here that may be different as well is that depending on the raise structure. Now, as you know, people play different things, and it's recommended that when you're playing 2/1, that your raise structure, you keep the same as you have agreed with your partner, just to keep it fairly simple. So you may play Bergen raises, and you may play limit raises. Now, if you're playing limit raises, that means 1 heart, 3 hearts means 11, 12 points, and heart support. But some people play that you need 4-card heart suit to do that. The same as if you play Bergen raises, you would need 4-card heart support to bid Bergen here, unless you use the crisscross raises that we spoke about before and that the Pembertons mentioned. You would be able to show 3-card heart support and 11, 12 points with this hand. But that is a bit confusing for some people. So in
Richard,
this hand, yes?
With this hand,
yes.
Peter opened 1 heart.
Yeah.
And I only had 3, but I had 11 points. Normally, I would bid 3 hearts, saying, you know, it's sort of an invitation to game. So,
yeah, but don't you play Bergen?
Yeah, but we don't, with 3, when we've got 3, what do we normally...
In Bergen, 1-3 means 4 plus support and 0 to 9 points. 0 to 5, 0 to 6 points, 0 to 5.
Oh, right.
But if you play it differently, that's what Bergen is. But if you play a different version, that's all right, as per your agreement. But usually playing Bergen, 1 heart, 3 hearts says I have long hearts, but 0 to 5 points.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But aren't you supposed to have 4? Aren't you supposed to have 4 hearts for respondent?
Yes. Yes, if you're playing for Bergen, it's just 4 plus, long hearts, 4 plus hearts,
but
and
we
0
don't
to
use
5
Bergen.
points.
We don't use Bergen if we've only got 3.
Well, yes, I know. So therefore, but what you're saying, you don't play Bergen, you play 1 heart, 3 hearts as a limit raise with 3-card support.
Yes.
Well, that's not Bergen. So
no, I know.
You don't use all of the Bergen, you use it as a limit raise showing 3 or more.
But what I'm saying is here, if what you're saying now, we should use 1 no trump there, don't you?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that if you're playing Bergen, well, when people say they're playing Bergen, I usually take them at their word. And 1 heart, 3 hearts would show 4 plus hearts and 0 to 5 points.
Yes.
If you have a bid that can accommodate this as a raise, as in as in the limit raise 1 heart, 3 hearts, showing 3 card support,
Yep.
we'll keep doing it.
Oh, okay.
If you're not, if you don't
okay.
have a bid that accommodates this, then
Yes.
you have to bid 1 no trump first.
Right, okay.
And then
Yep.
make a different bid in after the rebid.
Yep.
But that's okay. Stick to what you're doing or what
Yep.
you know.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go through a bit
Richard,
of a minute.
under Bergen, that'd be 3 diamonds, wouldn't it?
If you're playing Bergen, no, because that would show 4 card heart support.
Yeah, I'm just
It would
looking
show
at
the point.
my little book here says
It
10
would
to
show the
12
point, but
points with 3 or
Yeah.
4.
no, Bergen, playing Bergen, when you bid 1 heart, 3 hearts, usually 1 heart, 3 hearts, 1 heart, 3 clubs, 1 heart, 3 diamonds, always is 4 or more support. That's the idea of Bergen, to differentiate between 3 card and 4 card support. But whatever you play is okay. Okay. Is everyone all right there? Put yourself on mute. Oh, is that you, Mike?
Sorry?
Okay. So it's always amusing, isn't it, when you get 12 people together in a room, you get 15 opinions, don't you? And conversations playing for bridge players. Okay. Now, after they were the hands that we just bid then, what happens when the hands that you bid 1 no trump on? So when you bid 1 no trump after one of a major, standard it's 9 of week 10. In 2/1, it's 6 to 11 or a week 12. So it's only a slight difference. Now, after you open one of a major and your partner bids 1 no trump, playing 2/1, here are the recommended actions. It goes one major, 1 no trump. Now, depending on what you play, whether you play it as forcing or not, if you don't play it as forcing, with a 5-3-3-2 shape and a minimum hand, 11-12, you can pass 1 no trump. So you're not going to get into too much trouble because your partner's going to have either a hand that is similar in shape to a standard 1 no trump, or it might be a little bit more. Okay, to rebid 2 of a minor, you need, it should show 4 of a suit, but often it's 3, the same as standard if you're going to rebid. 2 of a new major, 1 spade, partner bids 1 no trump, you bid 2 hearts, which would show 4 of a suit. But if it goes, you open 1 heart, 1 no trump rebid, and you bid 2 spades, a reverse, you need extra, same as any reverse. If you rebid your major, it would usually be a 6 card suit. If you bid 2 no trump, now that's similar in standard to if you open 1 minor, partner bids 1 major, and you now jump to 2 no trumps, would show 18-19 balanced. In 2/1, the similar point count is 1 major, 1 no trump, and then you bid 2 no trumps. That's saying you have 18-19 balanced hand, like a 5-3-3-2. And if you had 15 to 17 points in the same shape, you would open 1 no trump. This is why it's important that when you have 5 of a major and a balanced hand, 5-3-3-2, and 5 of a major, if you don't open 1 no trump with a 5 card major, it's very hard to rebid that hand. As many of you know, that's why most people now will open 1 no trump and it can incorporate a 5 card major. Okay, 3 level is a new strong and forcing. 3 is the same major, is highly or strongly invitational. We just look at a few hands, and these are the same ones we had. You're the opener, by the way. So hand number 1, you've opened 1 spade. You have 12 points, 5 card spade suit, balanced hand. Now, are you right there, Pam? You can mute yourself if you want to. I think it's Pam. Hold on. Okay, I've just muted Pam so we can't hear a conversation. So when she comes back, she'll have to unmute herself if she can hear us. Okay, this hand, you have 1 spade. You open 1 spade. Partner's bid 1, 6 to 11, 6 to 12 with a weak 12. And partner has, if you playing that 1 no trump is not forcing, you can pass 1 no trump here. Your partner's got 6 to 11 or 12. If you're playing 1 no trump as forcing, you have to find a rebid. And the only available rebid would be to bid 2 diamonds or rebid your spade suit, which usually would show a 6 card suit. But if you play on Bridge Base Online with the robots, they always rebid their spade suit here, even though it should show 6. So it's a different way or different methods that people have. So you non-forcing, no trump, even 2/1, you can pass here. If it's forcing, you'd have to rebid. So you have to rebid a 3 card minus suit. This is the same in all systems. Sometimes you have to find a rebid. Can you hold on a sec? I just had our friend Jean Haynes on the phone, but I told her I'd ring her back. Okay, now, so let's look at another hand. This is the hand that you've opened 1 spade. You have 6 spades, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, 1 club, and you have 13 points. So you open 1 spade, partner bids 1 no trump. You're playing 2/1. So with this hand, you'd rebid 2 spades, would you not?
Yes.
Yep.
6 card suit. It's barely minimum, even though it's 13 points, and you have I think it's a 6 loser, but I'd treat it like a minimum. I'd bid 2 spades. Okay. Now, let's have a look. We'll have a look at a few more. With this hand, it's a very strong hand. 3 loser, 18 points. You open 1 spade, partners bid 1 no trump. Whether you're playing standard or 2/1 here, or alcohol, I'd jump in the new suit, saying bid 3 hearts, and saying, partner, we're going on. Choose one of these suits if you can. But by the way, have you noticed when you bid strongly like this and you say to partner, choose one of my suits, they just about always choose something different, don't they? Yeah. Even though you want them to choose one of your suits, they go off on a tangent and bid 4 clubs or 3 no trumps or something. And you think,
Question, Richard?
God, what do I...
Question?
Yes.
Just on the previous one, I just thought that, you know how you went up to 2 spades? It's possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's possible, isn't it, if your partner went 1 no trump, that they've got no spades? So
it is, but
that might be a tricky hand to play then.
It might be, but we're playing 2/1 here. So we're going to bid on because we're not balanced. Partner can have up to 11 or a week 12 points. And by the way, Janet, even if we weren't playing 2over1 and we were playing standard and we opened 1 spade and partner bid 1 no trump, I'd still reckon you'd bid 2 spades. Partner maybe void.
Yeah.
But they might only have 6 points and no spades.
That's right. So then they pass because you don't want to get too high.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in no trumps either, or spades, but you're going to be in one of them, unless the opponents conveniently bid for you, and then they can play in their misfit instead of you. Okay, but this is the way it goes. Hand 3, yeah, like I said, you bid 3 hearts. Partner chooses one of your suits, hopefully, and you're going to play in game in one of the majors, we think. Okay, but strong enforcing any system, really. Okay, hand 4, you open 1 spade, partner bids 1 no trump, and you're playing 2over1. You rebid 2 no trumps. A rebid of 2 no trumps in this situation is 18-19 balanced. With 15 to 17, you would have opened 1 no trump here.
Oh.
So your rebid of 2 no trumps says, I have 18-19. And it's just about a game horse, but it says, what do you really think of no trumps, partner? Remember, you're playing 2over1 or even standard. Partner might have 5 or 6 hearts here, but couldn't bid them. So you're strongly suggesting no trumps as a possibility or probability. And then if partner bids 3 hearts because they had long hearts and couldn't bid them, then you can bid 4 hearts. But you're going to get to game, I would suggest, just about all the time here. Partner may, with a weak 5 or 6 points, because they might have cribbed a point when they bid 1 no trump, they may pass 2 no trump. But that's what you have to wear and try and convince your partner to bid on, but all depends what they have. Remember, we all make a decision what we're based with at the time that we make it. But if you're playing line on step bridge, you have 10 seconds to make a decision because that's what it factors in for you to make a decision. 10 seconds to make a decision about what your bid is. So you don't get much time. Yes?
If your partner did go those 3 hearts here, would you personally, would you go 4 hearts or would you go 3 no trumps?
Always 4 hearts. Because partner's saying, I don't like no trumps and I couldn't bid hearts in the first place, but I've got 5 or 6 of them. But you want me to bid on, so I'm going to bid on and I'm going to show you my hearts now. So I'm always bidding 4 hearts here. Yeah.
What about if they bid a diamond suit?
Then I'm not going to trust them. I'll bid 3 no trump. 9 tricks are easier than 11, as they say. So yeah, if they bid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds, I'm bidding 3 no trump. If they bid 3 hearts, I'm bidding 3. How do you mute it? Who said that? I can mute you if you like. Was that you, Wendy Stanford?
It wasn't.
Was it you? All right. Janet Buckton, are you still in Queensland?
No.
Oh, you're back?
No.
You're not? Where are you? New Zealand.
I'm presently in quarantine in a nice hotel in Auckland.
Are you in Auckland? Oh, there you go.
Oh,
there you go.
The weather's
north
hideous.
of the North Island. That's so we have the Buckton of Plenty up there, don't we? And there you go. And in quarantine,
it's my 3rd day of quarantine.
There you go. I told you we're all over the world.
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
Peter Westmoreland on a secluded island somewhere.
Just south of Hawaii.
Just south of Hawaii. All right, don't get your feet wet. And here we go. Hand 5. Now, again, you've opened 1 spade. Partners responded, 1 no trump. We're playing 2/1 as a reminder. You have 13 points and you want to rebid, because if we're going to pass with this shape hand, it would be only if you had 11, 12. So if you want to rebid, the only choices would be, what are your choices? 2 clubs or 2 spades? Can't be 2 no trump, because that shows 18, 19, as we just spoke about. So most people here rebid 2 clubs, saying you're stuck for a rebid, and so you're going to bid 2 clubs. Some people say that you never have to bid a 3-card suit. You can always find another bid, but I can't see one there, because I'd be reluctant to bid 2 spades with 5, because I think it always shows 6. So I think you make up a bid here and bid 2 clubs.
What's to be gained?
Non-forcing.
Sorry?
Is that forcing or non-forcing?
Well, non-forcing. So, and we'll look at this in a minute. Non-forcing, and really you're saying, I have 2 suits here, partner. Choose one of them. I definitely have 5 spades. I may have 4 clubs, but if I'm stuck, it could only be 3. This is another hand where we're playing 2/1. So partners bid 1 no trump. Partner may have a long red suit here, or long clubs. If they have 5 clubs, they're going to pass.
Yep.
If they have 2 spades, they're going to put us back to 2 spades if they don't have clubs. If they have 5 or 6 hearts or diamonds, they're going to bid two of that, and we can pass, because it'd be non-forcing now.
Yep.
So if they reject our 2 suits, like I said, partners often do. If they, we had a hand like this the other night where I was playing with John Friesen. I was playing in a congress on Sunday. He bid similar to this, and I bid 2 hearts, and he passed. And we got a good score, because a lot of other people would have gone on. I had 5 hearts, and actually he didn't have as many as this, but it was the bidding was similar. But this is what you need to do. So trust your partner.
I'm just worried that
you're always worried. You're in quarantine.
If your partner only has 6 points, you could end up with a very difficult hand.
Yeah,
I do.
If your partner has only 6 points, it's a difficult hand. It is. But what are your options?
Whatever you end up, your options is not to rebid.
No. If you're playing 2/1, you have to rebid here.
Okay.
Playing standard, you can pass 1 no trump.
Yeah.
But this is a lesson about 2/1. And with 2/1, partners 1 no trump is 6-11 or 6-12. So with 13 points, you're going to find a rebid. And your rebid here is going to be 2 clubs. Right. If partner is weak, if partner has a weak hand, 6-9 or 10, they're going to do one of 3 things. They're going to pass 2 clubs because they prefer clubs. They're going to bid 2 spades and put you back to 2 spades as preference, and you pass. Or they're going to bid their long, weak red suit, and you're going to pass that. So
the 2 clubs is non-enforcing.
Yeah.
Clubs is non-enforcing after 2/1. Exactly. It's non-enforcing system. It's a bid at the 2 level in 2/1. A rebid in a suit lower than your original suit is non-enforcing. Please choose partner. And the good thing about it, if partner has 6-9 points and you bid 2 clubs, they know that you're not going to be too high. They're going to choose one of your suits by passing or bidding 2 spades or bidding their long suit. So yeah, non-forcing. A bid at the 2 level after this bidding. And it's similar in most systems that it's non-forcing here. Okay. We'll move on to the next one. Now, in my opinion, with this hand, after you've opened one spade, and bless you, Gesundheit, after you open one spade and partner bids one no trump, you have a 7-card spade suit. We call this a self-sustaining suit. Don't give your partner an option of passing, I don't think. If you're an aficionado of losing trick count, you have a 5 loser, which opposite a 9 loser should make game. Partner will have a 9 loser, I'd say. So if you count points and you count shortage points because you have a self-sustaining suit, you'd count this as 19. 15 high card, 3 for the singleton club, 2 for the doubleton diamond, that's 19. So I'd bid 4 spades on this hand. I wouldn't bid 3 spades because I wouldn't want partner to pass. Yeah. And you have a 7-card suit. So even opposite a void, I think you can handle it. And if they break 4-2, so I'm bidding 4 spades on this. See what happens. You go off, that doesn't matter. You can, I'm sure you can argue your case to why you did it, but I don't want to give partner a choice. Bid 4 spades. Okay. All right. Now, what happens here? Responder, you're back to being a responder now. Your partner's open one of the major. You bid 1 no trump, and partner has rebid. So this is getting to the stage where you choose a rebid, like the hands we were just talking about before, from the other side. So partner, if partner's made a minimum rebid, you can pass or correct by showing preference if you have a minimum responding hand. Okay, so we'll look at a few scenarios. These are the hands that I put in the notes, but they're also the hands I just put a question mark next to. I don't think I put in a suggestion. So we'll go through them and have a look. Okay, so you're back to being responder. Sorry, your partner's open 1 heart. You have all of 7 points, and partner has bid 1 heart for opening. You bid 1 no trump because you're playing 2/1. You bid 1 no trump if you weren't playing 2/1. And your partner has rebid 2 diamonds. It suggests that they have either 13 plus points or an unbalanced hand, or an unbalanced hand. We know they have 5 or more hearts. As we've seen before, your partner may only have 4 diamonds. They could be stuck for a rebid. So we, in this hand, I'd put partner back to 2 hearts. What do you think?
Yeah.
We've got a known 7-card fit.
Yeah.
Even if partner has 4 diamonds, if you have a choice of 2 7-card fits, choose the one where one hand has a long suit. So choose a 5-2 fit over a 4-3 fit, because at least partner will have some control then in the suit. So I'd bid 2 hearts here.
I agree with that, but could I just ask a question? If you did bid 2 clubs there, does that force your partner to bid?
No, you can't bid 2 clubs.
It would be 3 clubs.
Sorry, 3 clubs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but you'd be showing a lot stronger hand. It'd be a game force.
Yeah,
too high.
But
So
if you did bid 3, but if you did bid 3 clubs there, would your partner have to bid again?
Yes, because a new suit at the 3 level is basically a game force. And they may bid now, they may bid 3 hearts to say, I've actually got 6 of them. They may bid 3 no trumps because they've got a club stop or whatever it is, or a spade stop, Yep, so I would bid 2 hearts here, say, I'm giving preference to the major.
Yeah.
Okay. Board 8. Now this one's slightly different because you have an 11 trump now, but the bidding's similar. So we'll have to think about this slightly differently. Partner opens 1 heart. You bid 1 no trump. Partner rebids 2 diamonds. The same bidding as the last hand, but your hand's now different. So, what are you thinking now with your 11 points?
I think 2 no trumps.
I think, was that Sue Pemberton?
Yes.
Sue Pemberton's just about always right. And she's, even though she sent Mike up to Mitter, I don't know if that's a wise decision. She's right here. 2 no trumps, saying, I don't have 3 hearts, partner. You can have 3 hearts here depending on the bidding and what your raise structure is. But I would bid 2 no trumps as well. So if you're playing 2/1, if you now rebid 2 no trumps, you're saying you have the 10, 11 point hand, or 12 even. So you're saying you have a medium hand now. You know, we did that minimum, medium, maximum. Here, you're showing a medium. So you would bid 2 no trump. And then partner, with 15 or so, they'll bid 3 no trump, or even 14, because they think you got 11 or so. So, yeah, that sounds right to me.
And you were also showing you have an unbid suits stopped.
Spade stop, yes. Yeah, that's right. And the good thing is, Peter, is that when you do bid 2 no trumps here, you're the declarer, so any lead in spades is coming around to you. Clubs you're not so worried about, because you probably got 2 stops there, depending on how they are. But spades, you might only have 1 stop, but at least the lead's coming around to you, not through your spade suit.
Yeah.
Which is a discussion for another time. I might do the next lot of lessons about card management in trumps and no trumps, about how you protect your stoppers, etc. Anyway, that's for another time. So this one, yeah, you bid 2 no trump. Now hand 9, let's have a look at this one. You partners open 1 spade. You have responded 1 no trump because you didn't have another choice. You have 7 points. Now partners bid 2 clubs, 3 or 4 club suit, card club suit, at least, and a 5 card spade suit. Now, what are your choices here?
2 hearts.
I think there's 2 choices.
2 hearts.
Wow. That's a bold bid, isn't it? I'd be bidding. Now, let's see. I reckon your 2 choices are bid hearts or support partner spades. I noticed that the red-blooded out there amongst you immediately yelled out 2 hearts because you'd rather play in your suit than your partner's suit. But, you know, imagine that partner doesn't have 4 hearts, because they would have rebid 2 hearts if they did, wouldn't they?
Mm.
They probably don't have 6 spades, especially if they've got only 3 clubs. So let's say that they're going to have no more than 3 hearts. So they're going to have none, 1, 2 hearts, or 3 at most. So the choices are really to play in a known 7-card spade fit by bidding 2 spades, or introduce your suit because that's the way that you rock and roll. So that's your choices. Most people here, I think, would bid 2 hearts, thinking partner's going to have at least 1, and they may have 2 or 3. So the options look like 2 hearts is probably the best bid. Whatever you bid here, if partner has a minimum, they're going to pass. So I would say, if you bid 2 hearts, partner will trust you.
So, Richard, would you bid for
Yes.
2 hearts with just 4 hearts?
You've got 6 here. No. I wouldn't bid 2 hearts here if I had 5.
No.
4 or 5. I'd bid 2 spades because you've got a known 7. If you had anything less than 6 hearts, I'd be bidding 2 spades here. Because you have a known 7 card fit.
Yeah.
You're saying, I'm going to gamble on us having 7 or 8 hearts. When if partner's got none or one, you're only going to have 4 or 5 if you've got a 4 or 5 card heart suit. So I reckon you need 6 here, and it's a solid 6. So it's not a bad bid here, 2 hearts. But anything less, just support one of your partners. No, prefer one of your partner's suits. Show preference to 2 spades. I think the bid would go. Okay, now hand 10. This time it's a little bit different. You have now a 10 count and you have a 7 loser. You're pretty close to game here, aren't you? But how would you show this range of hand playing 2/1? Show your hand and or your suit. What would you bid?
3 hearts.
3 hearts.
I think 3 hearts is the way to go. The worst that can happen, I think, is your partner will treat this as forcing, I'd say. But the worst that can happen is your partner will bid 3 no trump, and they may not have 15 points. But I mean, worse things could happen in the world. It's probably a first world problem. I'd be bidding 3 hearts, and then partner will bid 4 hearts or 3 no trumps. So I could. Not much could go wrong, really, would it?
No.
I think it's okay. Bid 3 hearts. Bid 3 hearts. Let partner choose. You've fully shown. If you bid 3 hearts, you've fully shown your hand, haven't you?
Mm.
If you're playing 2/1, you're saying I've got 10, 11 points, partner, and I didn't have enough for game. Otherwise, I would have bid 2 hearts in the first place. So it's probably not a 6-card heart suit and 12 points, because perhaps you might have chose to bid 2 hearts in the first place.
Yeah.
So you're probably showing 10 or 11 points and a 6-card suit. Perfect description of your hand, okay? And less than 3 spades. So once you do that, you've got to wear whatever partner bids now, because you've shown your hand exactly, haven't you? So you leave it up to partner. Yeah.
If the first person had 6 spades, they would then repeat 2 spades, and then you'd go 4 spades.
Yes, but it would also, there's a couple other things to think about here. If they didn't have a second suit and their 2 clubs is only 3-card suit, they don't have 6 spades because they would have preferred to bid 2 spades over your 1 no trump. They still may have 6 spades if they have 4 clubs and 6 spades, and they didn't want to show their spades. But if they have a minimum, they probably would have rebid 2 spades anyway, even with 4 clubs. But let's say they do have 6 spades and 4 clubs. So if they did bid 3 spades now over your 3 hearts, they're definitely showing 6 spades, and they're definitely saying, I have less than 2 hearts. So if they bid 3 spades, you'd know almost their hand shape. 6 spades, 4 clubs, 1 or none hearts, 2 or 3 diamonds. You'd know their exact hand just about. If they did do that, you'd bid 4 spades. Trust each other. I know it's difficult sometimes. The more that we know our partners, you know, sometimes the less we trust them. But that's the way that bridge goes. And even if Michael really is in meta. Now,
We didn't play bridge last night.
yeah, I saw that you played bridge last night, but I won't ask you how you went.
No, it wasn't last night. It was on Sunday, and it was appalling.
The day before, yeah.
It was appalling.
I was playing on Sunday as well, but with John and I had 4 wins out of our 6 matches, but we finished 17th in the Congress. So, yeah, not too bad.
We won't talk about it.
All right. Okay. Hand 11. We're getting there. We have here 8 points. Partners open 1 heart. We bid 1 no trump because we didn't have another option. And as we always say, bidding one no trump is often a bid of convenience. So we bid one no trump, partner bids 2 clubs. Now, what do you think you might do here?
Pass them there.
Partner has 3 or 4 clubs and at least 5 hearts.
I'd pass.
And
Can you pass?
I'd
yes,
go three clubs.
well, I think I might
Two
too.
diamonds.
I think I might.
Why
too,
wouldn't you
Pam.
bid the diamonds?
Yeah, 2 diamonds.
Well, why?
They're pretty.
Why?
You're saying, well, your partner's given you a choice, because remember when we were the other side and you're saying, you know, you want, whenever you want partner to choose one of your suits, they never do. This is one of those situations. What would 2 diamonds say? I don't like any of your suits, partner, and they're just going to pass 2 diamonds, even with none or one.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why you don't bid 2 diamonds,
Right,
because they'll think you're weak, and you don't like their 2 suits. You have at least 7 clubs between you. I think I'd pass of 3 clubs. I think the last bit I'd be thinking about here, or well, at least a third option is diamonds, because it's giving your partner's giving you a choice of 2, and you've introduced a third wheel.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think if you've got a choice of the 2 and you've got a solid selection, plus or 3 clubs.
Yeah.
But depending on how you're looking at it.
Richard,
Maybe
Richard, if you only had, say, like 7 points, you'd leave it at 2 clubs, would you?
you've only got 8 as it is. But at least you have that's not many more.
Yeah.
But at least you have a singleton and partner's other suit. They might be able to rough a couple of clubs over here. Perhaps an option would be pass 2 clubs, and if the opponent's balance, the opponents probably have a spade fit. If the opponents balance and bid 2 spades, then bid 3 clubs. It's not a bad option, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Pass 2 clubs, the opponents get involved, bid 3 clubs.
Yeah.
Because they might also subscribe to the theory of not letting you play in a fit at the 2 level. So they might get involved and find their spade fit. Okay, if they have one. All right, we're getting to the end now. So just a couple of things here. This is, I put this one here because this is a known bidding sequence if you play 2over1 and you play Bergen races. So partners bid 1 spade. Let's imagine that you don't have an option here of supporting spades immediately because of the way your raise structure is. You know, we talked about that before. We all have different ways of raising and different agreements. Let's say you don't have a way of raising spades directly here. Say you bid 1 no trump. Now partner bids 2 clubs. This is a regular bidding sequence in 2over1. So can you spot the difference in what you do?
You've got to fit with the spades, presumably.
That's
Well,
it.
you're going to bid 3 spades.
3 spades.
Yeah, 3 spades is the right bid. And I'm glad you found it, because that's what you do. Because if you bid 2 spades here, it's just giving preference, isn't it? So think of that. If you bid 2 spades, you're giving preference to partner's spades compared to... If you bid 3 spades, partner knows what you have. Now, if you're playing 2over1, partner will know that you don't have that you have the 10, 11 points and 3 spades, because if you had up to 10 points, 9 points and spade support, you would have bid 1 spade, 2 spades immediately. And if you're playing Bergen and you're full Bergen and you don't have a bid for this in your raise structure, after 2 clubs, yeah, you now bid 3 spades. It says Partner, I have that 10, 11, 12 point hand where I didn't know what to, I couldn't find a bid in the first place, but I definitely have 3 card spade support. So bidding to the 3 level is saying, yes, I have 3 card spade support. So that this is a known common sequence, playing 2/1, where you temporize with a bit of 1 no trump first, even with spade or heart support, and then you bid this later. In standard, if you're playing a standard or alcohol, you probably would have bid 2 diamonds in the first place because you've got 11 points. See what partner rebid and then make a jump rebid in spades. Or if your raise structure can accommodate it, you may have shown spades straight away. The other thing that I put in the notes was just a few tips. Remember, in any system, 1 no trump response may or may not be balanced, especially over a major. I mean, if partner opens 1 spade and you can't bid at the 2 level, what are your other options if you're not supporting spades? You have to bid 1 no trump in any system. And it's a bit of convenience, as we've been saying. So it might be a balanced hand without a fit for partner. It might be an unbalanced hand with a long suit and not many points. It might be a 2-suited weak hand, like the hand Richard thought was strong and bid 2 diamonds on and got his partner into trouble. Or it might be a suit that you don't have a suit that you can show at the 1 level. Or you might have a suit, but not enough points to show it at the 2 level. So these are the things that happen playing bridge. We all have to, make up a bid. No trump corresponder in any system may or may not be balanced. If it's a major, it's not usually balanced. Your second bid would describe the shape of your hand or give preference to partner, but you don't want them to get too excited. So in 2/1 style, 1 no trump shows hands with any of the above with 6 to 11 points. And remember that we spoke about before, if you have 12 points and you thought your hand was good enough to go to game, you would have given a 2/1 bid in the first place. So 2/1 usually shows 13 points, but it can be a good 12 if it's enough to go to game. So that's the sort of hands that you show in 2/1. That's the end of that